Yerp. What's going on, team? Welcome to tonight's isolation session for July 29th, 2025. Just a few days left for the month of July, guys. Once again, last week of the month, man. We already know the markets move a little bit wishy-washy. The last week of the month, beginning of the month, right? The first week and the last week of the month always kind of could be one of the worst times in trading. Always. It's always been like that. It's nothing new. But again, just like yesterday, we're just gonna go ahead and do the isolation session. I will, at this point, once again, I don't think we'll need to update anything on the daily or the 4 hours, so should be a very quick session, just like how it was yesterday. We'll look to see if anything looks a little bit better tonight, so then we could get ready for tomorrow's trading session. If there's really nothing to talk about, then we'll just go ahead and skip over the pair, go to the next one, do the same thing for the next one. If there's nothing to talk about, we'll skip it, go to the next one until we get toward the end of our list. We're going to be going over the pairs that you see on the right hand side with the red flag next to their name, starting off with AUD-USD, finishing off with US oil. We will be going in order from the top to the bottom. If you guys have any questions about any other pair that's not on our list, just let me know and we'll do those at the end of the session. Sorry for starting a few minutes late. I was just taking a few bites of my food, man. I was so hungry. I'm telling you guys, I've been so busy this week. Haven't even eaten today. Drank a lot of water, which is good, but need a I need to find a way to get some food in me throughout the day, cause this is bad. Ate a little snack. I got home around like 6:30, so I didn't get home too late today compared to how it was yesterday. Um, I got home, made a little snack, ate it. Still hungry. It's like, damn, bro. I have food waiting for me, but I was like, I can't eat that right now. I want to eat that when I'm chilling. When I'm done with the stream, I'll go back and eat the real food. So I'm just snacking on some bread and cheese right now. Put it in the oven, put a little bit of marinara sauce, a little pizza. A little homemade pizza with French bread. It was pretty fire. It's pretty good, I'm not gonna lie. Some people will say it's diabolical, but drinking water with my pizza, man. Don't drink soda. Shit's not good for you. It's too much sugar. Oh, but I drink zero sugar soda. All right, you still got how many more chemicals in there and whatever other things, corn syrup and all this other stuff, man. Lay off the soda. We'll give everybody till 7:10. Also, give me a few minutes to take a few more bites of this. So we'll give everybody 2 more minutes. It's already 7:08. So we'll give everybody 2 minutes to join. Again, if anybody has any questions, just let me know, and then we'll get started. All right, let's get started, team. I want to give everybody another minute, but seems like everybody is just asleep, man. It's that time of year. The disciplined traders are still sticking around, but it's crazy how hungry I am. But I literally haven't really eaten for like a month and a half. I've been dealing with a lot of bullshit. Take a sip of water and then we'll get started. Sorry about that, team. Alright. So again, gonna be a quick session. Especially I know again, for the most part, a lot of you guys are gonna be watching the recording. I understand it's really late for some of you guys on our group, so again, I'm sorry about the late streams. But yeah, for you guys who are watching the recording, I didn't say this, but if you guys have any questions, feel free to leave the questions in the comment section on YouTube once you watch the recording. If you don't feel comfortable leaving the question in the comment section, it's all good. Message me on Discord privately if you would like to. You could always join the Discord as well, the Vice Trading Discord, completely free. Um, Leave the question inside the Discord. I'll get back to you as soon as I see it. Again, I'm usually online all day, so as soon as you post a question, I'll see it. Doesn't matter what time of day it is. So let's get started with AU. So AU, we know we're still in an overall downtrend, right? In the market makers pattern, we know that we are in level 3 on a downtrend. Price finally reached our first point of interest to where we're expecting price to give us a lower high to then start that downtrend push to go into the lower low. Mr. Bashir, welcome, my brother. Welcome, welcome. I didn't think I was going to see you tonight. Albert, I didn't think I was going to see you guys. I miss you guys. A good thing I waited. I'm like, man, I'll wait 10 minutes for these people to join. I know they'll join. It got dark, but in the darkness, there's always sunlight, and you guys are the sunshine. That sounded so corny. I'm sorry. Right, so does this mean that we reach our point of interest? Does this mean I'm going to start looking for shorts? No. What do I want to see now that we're at the point of interest? I want to start seeing the trend shift. We're still making higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. We made the higher high, and we're still sitting at the higher low, right? We see the trend a little bit better once we go down into the internal time frame, right? From the daily, you go to the 4-hour. On the 4-hour, you see the trend just a little bit better, right? Higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high going into the higher low. So again, for AU, still waiting it out just a little bit longer, just a little bit longer. This is our first point of interest. But where I'm really expecting price to give us a pullback to is that 30-minute gap that we have here at the top. Once we reach that 30-minute gap, that's when I'm going to start expecting price to start shorting, right? To start giving us those lower lows and lower highs to then catch the trend back down to the bottom to peak low, right? So still have just a little bit more to wait. Nothing too crazy, right? We know that this week, right, this entire week, the market has been moving a little bit bonkers, right? So just got to be patient. We had 3 days of drop. Today, price ended up giving us another day of drop. And again, that's okay. We explained this yesterday. Yes, we had 3 days where price fell, but we had a gap to start the week off. So that gap in the market, remember, gaps in the market reset the trend. So technically speaking, this is 1 day of drop, which was Monday. Today, Tuesday, is a 2nd day of drop. Now, does this mean I'm going to be looking for a 3rd day push to the bottom? Not exactly. The reason being, again, is where we're trading at. You have to remember the trend. The trend is your friend. Right now, where are we? Higher high, higher low, higher high. We're at a higher low. Am I going to be looking to short at a higher low? Again, I'll draw this out for everybody to have a visual. You're trading higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, price is at a higher low. Should I be expecting price to continue to fall at a higher low? No. I'm expecting price to give us the higher low to then go back up into the higher high. So again, right now at this moment, I'm just taking a step back from AU. I'm gonna start looking for shorts once price starts giving me lower lows and lower highs. So at this moment, once again, taking a step back from AU, I'm not going to force any of these trades. I'm not comfortable taking none of these trades, and again, the reason being is because of market structure. We understand where we're at in market structure. If we know we're at a higher low, why would we take a low probability setup? Doesn't make any sense, right? It doesn't make any sense. So right now for AU, just going to go on to the next one. Keep an eye on it. If we see something perfect, we'll take it. But as of right now, nothing to talk about on AU. Though I am sleepy, I don't want to miss the stream. It's all good. Nah, I literally said that right before you joined the stream. I'm like, nah, I understand it's late for you guys. So, you know, that's why I always say it in the streams. Like, especially for the people watching the recordings. If you guys have any questions and you watch the recording, just go ahead and message me or leave a question in the comments section, whatever is easier for you guys. But this session shouldn't be too long. It was pretty much just like yesterday, right? We're pretty much in tough waters in the market. And it's not tough waters, right? We know where we're at. 90% of the pairs are consolidating. The other 10% are moving counter trend. So we know exactly what we got to look for, right? We don't even have to talk about the fact that we're, again, the last week of the month. We already know what's coming. We already know what's gonna happen before it even happens. So this session really shouldn't take longer than another 20 minutes. I'm gonna fly through them again for the pairs who don't even need to have a breakdown. I'm just gonna skip through it. We'll update it, keep it updated. If we need to talk about it, we'll talk about it. If not, we're just gonna fly through it. So literally just give me like 10-15 minutes. Don't fall asleep on me. It should be a really quick stream today. Nothing too crazy. So ACAD, we're still in A1, which is the first zone of consolidation on a downtrend. We're sitting at the bottom of the zone of consolidation on a higher time frame. When we go down now to the lower time frames, the 4 hour, the 1 hour, the 30, what is price doing? Pretty much just moving sideways. Rejecting highs, rejecting lows, rejecting highs, rejecting lows, going back to the highs and pushing back down. Right? So AUD CAD again is still a pair that is trading on the 30-minute. Right? We had higher high, higher low, higher high, then it went down and gave us a little lower low inducement, came back up, right? And now we're just pretty much moving sideways in this area. So just gonna be patient. As soon as ACAD starts giving me opportunities to start looking for a trade, then perfect, we'll take it. Price went down to the 800 EMA, respected the 800, came back up. So I already know these shorts on ACAD, very low probability, very similar to AUD USD. We'll go on to the next pair. Again, if you guys have any questions, just let me know. Any comment on the chart I shared earlier in the Discord? Did I miss it? Let me see. My bad. I did see it. I didn't leave a comment. That's my bad. Well, once we get to gold, I'll pull up your chart, and then if you have any questions, let me know. And then we'll go on from there. I got you. We'll take a few minutes on gold to explain everything for you. My bad. I've been super fucking busy this week, man. I've been running back and forth and shit, so kind of forgot to respond to the chart. Euro AUD, we're in level 3. On the uptrend, we're in the final level, right? We're expecting price to at least reach our peak high, right? Again, we know that our peak high here is a very big zone because of the crazy wick that price gave us when the trend was on a downtrend, right? So this purple box is where I'm expecting price to at least reach. I'm not really expecting it to reach all the way to the top. It could be anywhere within this purple box we have here, but we have still a lot of time and a lot of pips to catch, right? EA is still sitting at these highs that we've been sitting at for now a month and a half. We go down to the 4 hour. I'm not going to turn the session breaks off, man. These price is just consolidating, right? And then on the 30-minute, price gave us a change of character lower low, gave us a lower high, gave us another lower low now, but it didn't give us a valid break just yet. So EA could be a good one to keep an eye on. If price decides to just give us this inducement and we start seeing higher highs and higher lows on the lower time frame, if it gives us this change of character, then it gives us a break, then we know we could start looking for these trades back to the top side. So that's what I'll be waiting for on EA. So this one could be a could be a nice pair to keep on the watch list going into tomorrow's session. So we'll just have to wait to see what price wants to do at these lows. If it goes down and gives us a valid break of the lows, then that's all good. We know we're going to be looking for a pullback back down to the bottom. Once price gives us that pullback, we'll start taking those higher lows back up into the higher high, right? So no need to force a trade. We'll be patient with it. ECAD is in peak high territory, so peak high territory, we're just going to skip over this one. I have nothing to say about this one. No trades on this one for me. Price is also just moving sideways on the 4 hour time frame. And then on the 30-minute, gave us a change of character back down to the bottom, right? At one point, we're trading higher high, higher low, higher high, lower low, lower high. Price came down and gave us a lower low again. Then it came back up and gave us a change of character, higher high, and it came back down today and gave us a change of character again back down to the bottom. Alright, so we are now trading between these 30-minute lows down here and then our 30-minute high is this one up here. We had 3 days of rise. Once again, we had a gap in the market. We had a very steep pullback, so we already knew we weren't expecting price to come back to the top side and give us that 4th day variation. And instead, price ended up giving us a very slight day of drop, which is all good. Again, ECAD is a pair in peak high territory, so we're not even going to mess with this one. Not going to be actively trading ECAD. EU, we are in level 2 on an uptrend. We were in V1. V1 again is the first zone of consolidation on an uptrend. Gave us the second push to the top side, and we're trading at a higher high. I am expecting price to at least give us a pullback back down to fill this 30-minute gap, and once again, the 200 EMA, which is the EMA we're expecting price to bounce off of when we're in level 2 on an uptrend. Right, so right now price on the 4 hour just downtrending once again, and on the 30-minute you guys already see what happened. Right, I was expecting a little bit of a steeper pullback, but price decided to just consolidate for a little bit longer and then just went right back down to the bottom. So price gave us a change of character, lower low, lower high, gave us a break of structure, lower low, and all of this is part of the same structure. Now, I'm not going to say that this is lower low, lower high, lower low. At this moment, this entire zone is the lower low. Right? This is all part of the same trend. So at this moment, again, just gotta wait for EU to start turning around. Once we start making higher highs and higher lows, then perfect, we'll take those trades again. But once again, for EU, very similar to GU, I'm expecting a steeper pullback. We're trading at a higher high, and I'm looking for a higher low to be set. Once that higher low is set, that's when I'll start looking to take these trades back up to the top side. Just gotta be patient with EU. GA, this is one in peak high territory as well. Very similar to ECAD, so I'm not going to be actively trading this one. We're also stuck in a zone of consolidation, which we see a little bit better on the 4 hour time frame. Right, just moving sideways, trapping traders the entire time. So GA, just going to keep this updated. We had a lower low change of character, lower high, and then price came back down, but we're still just in this area. Had a day of rise yesterday. Today price gave us a second day of rise, but once again, this 372, very low probability for 2 reasons. Number 1 reason, again, we're already in peak high territory. The second reason is a low probability. The second day of rise, the second push today did not give us a new high. So this is a 372 that's very low probability. So gonna skip over that one and go to the next one, guys. Again, the charts for this week, I've been saying it since the weekly market breakdown on Sunday before the market even opened. I'm not really expecting price to do anything crazy this week. I believe we do have a few sets of news incoming for this week. Let's actually check that real quick on Forex Factory, right? So going into Wednesday, we have Euro news at 4 in the morning. 8:15 in the morning, we have USD news, which is non-farm. Perfect. 9:45 we have CAD news. 2 p.m. we have FOMC. So for USD. So again, tomorrow's another day. I'm not expecting anything too crazy on the chart. We have FOMC, we have non-farm. We have way too much news going on. Not really going to be actively trading tomorrow either. I already know that. Again, I'll be online. I'll be looking at the charts. But there's 2 things we could expect from the market going into the NYC session. Either we're going to see price just consolidate for the entire session of Asia session, London session, and then we'll get the moves during the NYC, right, anywhere between 9:30 and 2 p.m. Or that's what we're going to see. There's no other option. Damn, almost just choked. Right, again, the behaviors are the same every single month. Every single time we have FOMC and NFP on the same day, we already know we're not going to get no moves until 2 p.m. Right, unless NFP does something crazy, right? NFP is now on Wednesday. Yeah, it's kind of weird. It's like it used to be on Thursdays. It used to be like the first or the last Thursday of the month. I guess now it's on Wednesday. I don't know. I can't, you know what I mean? Like I remember we checked this last month, and it seems that way. But remember, I don't know if they did that for this month because Friday is a bank holiday for some pairs. I know AUD has it. I think CHF also, if I'm not mistaken. But I really don't know why they've changed it. I really have no clue because on Friday there's also non-farm employment. So I don't know. I guess they changed it. I'm not sure why. But yeah, for these next upcoming months, it's gonna be different days for NFP, but at least FOMC hasn't changed. Right? GJ just moving sideways. We have 2 days of no net again, where price just opens and closes in the same area. Price opened here and it closed in the same area as a no net. Price didn't go down, it didn't go up, it just moved sideways, right, for 2 days in a row. Again, for GJ, I'm expecting price to go a little bit lower. I want to see an inducement of these 30-minute lows. Once price gives us the inducement, that's when I'll be expecting price to go up and start filling the gap that we have up here on the 30-minute time frame. So just got to be patient with GJ. GU very similar to EU, so we don't really even have to do a full breakdown. We had lower low, lower high, and then price again very similar. I'm not going to say that this is lower low, lower high, lower low, higher high. No, all of this is part of the same trends, so I'm going to mark it as that. We have our 30-minute low down here and our 30-minute high up here. And then for today, price gave us another push to the bottom side. Just going to be patient with GU, man. We know we're in an overall uptrend. We're at a higher high going into a higher low. Once that higher low is set, that's when I'll start looking to take trades again. Look at NZD USD, man. This is another pair that I'm just waiting for price to finally do something. This should be red, not blue. Almost confused me. Right, NU, we know we are in A2, which is the second zone of consolidation. We're looking for that third and final push back down to the bottom. Right now, we're still just moving sideways. We could see a little bit better on the 4-hour time frame where price is just consolidating, right? We're just moving sideways. So NU is another pair that for right now, not only are we moving sideways, but then on the 30-minute, we're still trading higher high, higher low, higher high. So once NU gives us a change of character and a break of structure, once we get that break, that's when I'll start looking to take these trades back down to the bottom. Again, I want to be very careful. We're still trading higher high, higher low, higher high. Could price just give us this higher low here to continue the push to the top side? Absolutely. So just be very careful with NU. US 30 at this point, what do we see? Shoulder, head, shoulder. So what do I want to see before I can start looking for these shorts? I need to see a valid break of the shoulder head shoulder pattern. And did we get a valid break? I'll ask the question in the chart, in the chat. Did we get a valid break of structure of the shoulder head shoulder? Type 1 if yes, type 2 if no. Did we get a valid break of the shoulder head shoulder? Is this a valid break of structure here? Type 1 if yes, 2 if no. Take a sip of water real quick. Sorry, guys. Mr. Bashir says 2 for no. Alright. Gonna give everybody another 10 seconds. 10 seconds. 7:30, we'll give you the answer. 5 seconds. 30 seconds. 2 seconds. Right? No is the correct answer. We did not get a valid break. All of these candles are still testing. This red candle's testing, green candle testing, green candle testing, green candle testing, came back up. This red candle here, boom, testing. We wanted to see a valid break below this wick. Did we get a valid break? No. This red candle never closed below the wick. This red candle here, still touching the line, didn't close below, still testing. So at this moment, even though we have 2 days of drop on US 30, very low probability that price is going to continue to push to the bottom. Now, could it? 100%. But when we're looking at all the rules that we need to look at before we take a trade, right now, the rules are not being followed. So we want to be very careful taking these shorts on US 30. Want to be very, very patient. Right? On top of everything else, something else that's kind of just throwing this off is the fact that, yes, even though it seems like on the 4-hour time frame, it gave us a valid break because we did close, technically we did close above the wick, which was the break that we wanted to see, right? But the break of structure happened when we had a gap in the market. So that gap in the market changes everything. So I also can't sit here and say that this is a higher high going into a higher low, and this is where I'll start looking to see price push back to the top side. Want to be very patient with that. Right, same thing on the 30-minute. I'm not comfortable saying that this is higher high, higher low, higher high, and this is where price gave us a change of character, lower low. Because again, even though technically speaking we got a break on the 30-minute, the break happened when we had a gap in the market. So it's just not a strong break of structure. It's not a high probability break of structure. So we want to be very careful taking these trades on US 30 right now. Want to be very careful. Very, very careful. Just look at how price is reacting. Right before we even had the NY open, from 5:30 to 6 a.m., crazy candles. Like if you got into this trade before the NY open, your stop loss got hit 100%. Like and it doesn't matter what direction you were trading. If you were trading shorts or longs, your stop loss got wicked both ways. So again, you just want to be very careful trading in these areas, guys. Again, this is the area where the market makers are trapping traders, inducing traders. We already know that. So if we already know that, do we have to get into a trade to then get hit and then be like, oh man, we got hit? No. Stay away from the trade. It's that simple. Like, if you know you're trading in these areas, why would you even consider taking a trade? It doesn't make any sense. Damn, man, I got shit stuck in my throat, man. Right now for USD CAD, we got a higher high change of character, which is good. Right? So now we are trading between this 30-minute low down here, these 30-minute highs up here. Pretty small zone. We'll update it if we need to. But again, gonna keep it easy with trading on USD CAD. USD ZAR gave us higher high, higher low, then gave us another higher high up here. So we're trading between this 30-minute high, these 30-minute lows, and price today just moved sideways. All right, we had 3 days of rise, 1, 2, 3. After 3 days of rise, the market must move sideways or go down. And what did we do? We moved sideways. Again, the market is always going to do exactly what it needs to do. It's up to the trader to be able to see what's happening before it happens, to make sure they don't get induced into a trade or trapped into a trade. Gold. Right, so Mr. Bashir posted a gold chart. He wanted me to see if you're on the 30-minute. Right, again, what you have incorrect is just your 30-minute highs and 30-minute lows. Your 30-minute high should be up here on the day of June 15th, and your 30-minute low should be down here at the low of May 15th. Right? The other zones that you have on gold is just internal time frame. So those red boxes that you have, the change of character that you have, that's all internal time frame. It's not 30-minute time frame. So that's the only thing that you have wrong with your chart. Right? Everything else you have marked up, right? These higher high, higher low, higher high, right? All of these here is just internal time frame. This is 5-minute, 1-minute structure, not 30-minute. Above everything else, once again, we had 3 days of drop, right? We had a gap in the market, reset. We had another gap, it reset. Price ended up coming back up today. Right? Gold right now is a pair that I am hands off. Why am I hands off? Based on the area that we're trading in. My bad, Albert. I just saw your message. Sorry about that. Yeah, you said no as well. The red candles are still touching. Exactly. The red candles are still touching, but we also never had a break of we never had a break below the wick of that first red candle that closed below. On gold, the other reason why I'm not trading, where are we? We're in the middle of the zone of consolidation. The middle of the zone of consolidation is the worst place to take a trade. Why? Zone of consolidation is an area in the market where the market makers are trapping traders. They're inducing traders, right? They're making you think that you see what you want to see, but they're just inducing you to trap you, to hit your stop losses. That's exactly what the market makers do every single time you're in a zone of consolidation, right? And we see it in the middle of the zone of consolidation. You had a smaller 30-minute zone of consolidation, a break. You think you're going to get the retest to continue, and it goes up and hits your stop loss. It gives you another 30-minute zone of consolidation. It gives you a break. It gives you a retest. Makes you believe that you're going to be a nice breakout trader and you're going to get a break and retest to continue. And what happens? Price comes back down and hits your stop loss. Again, this isn't make-believe. I'm not telling you guys something that's make-believe and fairy tale. We see it on the chart every single time. Every single fucking time. There's not more we could say. There's not more we could say. There's not much more we could do. There's not more that I could show you guys So you guys could see this is the reason why I'm not taking trades in the middle of the zone of consolidation. It just makes no sense. 0 cents. Right? It doesn't make any fucking sense. We have 30 other pairs to look at. If none of the pairs look good, then don't take a trade. It's that simple. Why are you going to put yourself in a situation? I'll give you guys my example. I'm not going to say how much money I made this month. So I'm just going to give you guys a random number that everybody could relate to. You just made $500 this month off of trading. The end of the week or the end of the month comes in, nothing looks good. Why are you going to force a trade to risk losing $500? Why? For what? Sit out of the trades and wait until the market starts moving again. Wait until it starts trending. Wait until price action looks good. Because again, if you're trading any of these, this is a very big pair, very similar to US30, very similar to GJ, very similar to Bitcoin. If you're taking any of these trades and these wicks hit your stop losses, that's a very big hit. Stay away from the trade, man. Just be patient. Like, not trading for a week isn't gonna change your situation. It's not. It's not gonna. Nobody's situation is gonna change. We're still gonna have to wake up. For the people who still work, you still gotta go to work. Like, your life is not gonna change because of one trade that you took. I promise you, it's not. Because if that's how you think it is, then again, yeah, your life is gonna change because you just got a big payout once. Or do it again. Do it again next month. Do it again the next month. Do it again the next month. If you're not consistent with your trades, very sorry, but this shit's not. You're not gonna change your living situation. You're not. You might, you might feel like you're cool. Oh my God, I finally got a payout. Cool. Do it again. Do it again for the next 6 months, every single month. Right? So we understand how the market is manipulating traders right now. If we already know that the market is manipulating us, why would we allow it to manipulate us? Why? It's the same thing when you're dating a girl. If you know your girl cheated on you, why are you back with her? She cheated on you. Let her go. She manipulated you. She gaslit you. It's the same thing in trading. If you know that right now, the end of the week is the week where the fucking market makers are going to be cheating on you, why are you going to go back with them? Wait until next week when it no longer wants to cheat on you. You know what I mean? Like, just be patient. Just be patient. You don't have to force a trade. You don't have to force a trade. Just be patient. That's really all this game is. This game is literally about being patient. There's nothing more to it, and it's really not that difficult. Again, you guys saw how it was for me in the beginning of the year. For April and May, I didn't take a trade for 2 months. Because there was nothing on the charts. It was consolidating. As soon as we started trending, what happened? Then we started really making money again. Cool. Same thing that happened with last month and this month. Last month wasn't a bad month. We took what, 6, 7 trades? Cool. How many trades did we take this month? I think it was 10. Let me open up my trading journal real quick. Just so I give you guys the right number. 2025 trading journal. For the month of July, we took 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We took 9 trades this month. I'm cool with that. How many trades did I take last month? Only 2. I don't need more than that. I don't need more than that. I'm okay with that. Because that's what the market gave me. I'm not going to force a trade. I'm okay with that. Right? Bitcoin, we're just in a zone of consolidation. Just moving sideways. So again, Bitcoin is another pair. Not going to be trading it just yet. Month of May was something else. Yeah, no. That month of May was insane. I wasn't expecting that at all. Like, still to this day, is like, wow. I don't know. I don't know what happened. That shit was crazy. Yeah, that month of May was criminal. There was literally 0 trades. Literally 0 trades for the month of May. That shit was crazy. And then the last pair, guys, US oil, still trading higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. So, again, this is another pair that right now, we know we're in an overall downtrend, but right now we're still just uptrending. We know that this week we were expecting that 3rd week low. We were expecting price to go down. But again, once we go to the daily time frame, we could already see what price is doing. Right? Sorry, on the 4 hour. Price was just moving sideways, trapping traders. So again, Why would I put myself in a situation to get into a trade when I know that we're in a zone of consolidation? Price is just moving sideways. So we already knew that this third week low for this week, we already knew it was low probability. We knew already that this was going to be a low probability week to look for price to go down. So that's pretty much it, guys. Again, it's a very quick session for this week. There's not a lot to talk about. There's really nothing to talk about for a lot of these pairs. What was it, like one pair that looked decent? Which one was it? I don't even remember anymore. EA. Right, EA is the only pair right now that looks decent. It doesn't look good, but it looks okay. It looks fine, right? Like if you compare it to a dish, to any sort of food, like the food might not look good, but you're still gonna eat it because if you have nothing else, right? So that's exactly what EA is right now. It doesn't look good, but if it gives us an opportunity, we'll take it. It's the only pair right now that looks good. That's it. All these other pairs either counter trending or consolidating. There's no in between. So unless you guys have any other questions, man, that's pretty much it. We'll be back again tomorrow morning. Once again, like I said in the Discord, tomorrow morning we will be on WAP. So if you guys aren't members of WAP, that's the only time that we charge is when we're on WAP. It's nothing crazy. We're on WAP usually Tuesday night, Wednesday morning, Wednesday night, and then Thursday morning. But since this week decided to do the session today on YouTube, we'll just do the WAP sessions tomorrow, and then next month we'll go back to the regular program. So let me know if you guys have any questions in the chat, any other pairs you want me to look at, let me know. If not, I hope you guys have a good rest of your night, and we'll be back tomorrow morning. We'll give you guys 2 minutes. 7:45, we'll be out of here. Good night, Albert. We'll see you tomorrow, my brother. Oh yeah, let me check Discord real quick. Any questions in the Discord? No, we're good. Alright. Any questions in the chat? Going once, going twice. You have 15 seconds. Say something now or forever hold your peace, or whatever they say when people get married. Good night and thank you once again. No problem, Mr. Bashir. My bad. I don't know why I didn't see that message earlier. That's my bad. Alright, guys. Have a good rest of your night. Peace out.